us for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power365FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power365 Radio, your source for news and insight. This is Power365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power365FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Good morning and welcome to yet another interesting edition of Newspaper Review on your number one online radio, Power365 FM. Wherever you may be listening to the sound of my voice, you can join us live on our social media handle on Facebook at Power365 FM, on YouTube at Power365 FM, and for the TikTok lovers at Power365 Online Radio. And please do well to share the programs with friends and family. I have with me the Daily Independent newspaper this morning and a lot of catchy headlines that I have for you this morning. My name is Ibidapo Miracle Oluwadam, ably representing Olamide. Federal government rolls out measures to crash high food prices. Suspend taxes on importation of food commodities to import 250 MT of wheat to around 50,000 MT of maize also. On the page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper, I was able to cite this: residents growing as fuel scarcity persists in Abuja, Lagos. NNPC blames development on flooding logistics challenges. On page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper, the Rivers crisis. I'm not ungrateful, government Fubara clarifies us. As Equere, stakeholders declare support for government. On page 7, Zenith Bank wins double award at World Finance 2024 Awards. On the front page of the Daily Independent newspaper, 2 dead, 18 rescued in Jigawa boat mashup. That's on page 6. No tenure elongation for Rivers local government chairman appeal court rules. That's on the front page of Daily Independent newspaper. And also I'm able to cite these also. Court adjourns El-Rufai suit against Kaduna till assembly July 17. That's on page 6. More stories coming to you from Power365 FM. Please stay tuned. I'll be right back to give you the details of all the news that I have for you as we'll be reviewing together this morning. Welcome back from that short commercial break. The program that is still live presently, this newspaper review on Power 365 FM. My name is Abida from Miracle Oluwadamilola. I'll be starting with these. Resident groaners for scarcity persist in Abuja. That's on page 6 of Daily Independent newspaper. Okay, and also let me take these also. Rivers local government chairman, a group hails appeal, court judgment on tenure elongation. President of the National Vanguard for Rules of Law NVRL, Comrade Johnson Babatunde, has hailed the Court of Appeal ruling which on Monday struck out 2 appeals filed by 23 former local government chairmen in Rivers State, loyal to former Governor Nelson Wike. Comrade Babatunde, in a statement on Monday, commended the 3-man panel of the Port Harcourt Division of Appellate Court for their courage and also integrity in delivering a sound judgment despite alleged attempt to induce them with money to pervert justice. The group stated that the ruling has given Nigerian hope in the judiciary and also shown that the courts remain the last hope of the common man. We commend the justice of the Port Harcourt Division for once again delivering a sound judgment, upholding the rules of and giving Nigerians hope in the judiciary. We understand the enemies of Rivers State has been inducing judges with money to deliver black market judgment in their favor. We believe that the justice of the Port Harcourt Division must have been attempted with all forms of inducement to provide justice. But as sin of men, courage and integrity, they have chosen to uphold the rule of law, Babatunde stated. You can pick up a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper and read further details on that particular one. That's on page what? That's on page 2 of the daily newspaper as far as that is concerned. Okay, let's move away from that. I've been able to cite these. That is on page okay, this is on page 3 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Job creation, embrace vocational training. Kanduje rather urges Nigerian youth. Dr. Abdullahi Kanduje, National Chairman of All Progressive Congress APC, has charged youth across the country to embrace vocational training through skills acquisition to become self-reliant and job creators. Kanduje, who also urged them to stop depending on office jobs, which he said are not even available, disclosed this on Monday while speaking at the opening ceremony of a progressive enterprise skills development training organized by 2,000 youth by the APC National Youth Leadership, Dr. Dayo Israel, which held at Maryland, Lagos. The APC leader also stressed that countries like China, Japan included skills acquisition in their school curricula to enable their citizens acquire vocational training right from childhood. Kanduje, who was represented by the party deputy national chairman, South Chief Ima Enuku, appealed to the youth to think outside the box by learning skills now that they have the time to do so, pointing out that the time would come when there would no be a civil service job available for the growing population. According to him, developing skills would make them entrepreneur and job creators that would be useful to society and make Nigerian great. You have to think outside the box. You have to learn skills. You, the youth, have the time. A time would come where there would be civil service jobs. How much is a graduate earning now? I'm pleading with our youth to remove the gap of arrogant, go and acquire skills and be an entrepreneur. Think of what you can do to offer services to society. Speaking further, Kanduje hailed the APC National Youth Leader, Israel, for organizing the program, saying that he exhibited himself as a leader based on his passion for youth development. You can pick up a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper on page 3 and read further news details on that. As job creation, he said embrace vocational training, Kanduje urges Nigerian youth. Okay, let me pick this on the front page. Okay, this on the front page. No tenure elongation for Rivers local government chairman appeal court rules. The Court of Appeal has dashed the hope of the 23 local government chairmen in Rivers State who went to court to seek elongation of their tenures. This followed the appellate court dismissal of 2 appeals filed by the council chairman loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Nelson Wike, whose tenure elapsed but hinged they are remaining in office following Martin's Amawele-led House of Assembly elongating their tenure by 6 months. The appeal marked CA/PH/137M/2024 and CA/PH/145M/2024 were instituted by the former chairman of Apobo Nkoro local government, Iyada Koke Gam, and 6 others, wherein they had sought an order of court setting aside the decisions of the High Court in Rivers State regarding the elongation of their tenure. Delivering rules on Monday, the Port Harcourt Division of Court of Appeal held that the 2 appeals lack merit and consequently struck them out. The Court of Appeals panel held that the 2 matters grossly violated the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended on tenure of local government council chairman. The 3-man panel, presided over by Justice Bibi Aliyu, upheld the decision. You can pick up a copy and read further details on page 29 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Okay, let's go to page 6. I'm able to cite these on page number 6 as far as Daily Independent newspaper is concerned. Okay, before we take that, let's take this. This is on page 5. Governor Mba approved 1.9 billion naira for payment of teachers' 4 years leave allowance arrears. Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has approved the release of the sum of 1.9 billion naira for the payment of 4 years accumulated leave allowances owed to teachers of public primary schools in the state. According to the government, the approval was in fulfillment of the governor's promise to ensure that the teachers get all their entitlements in line with his admiration and determination to enhance teachers' welfare and boost productivity. It noted that the 260 Smart Green Schools policy thrust of the current administration to give the children of the state a quality head start could only succeed if the teachers were well motivated to give their best. Recall that Mba had earlier approved the extension of full implementation of 30,000 minimum wage to primary school teachers and local government workers. Meanwhile, the Southeast Medium Forum has rated the Enugu State Universal Basic Education Boost, NSUBEB, and as the best UPEB in the Southeast Zone, stressing that its empirical findings put the board ahead of other superbs in the region. This was even as the forum presented a merit award to the chairman of NSUBEB, Dr. Gabriel Aja, commending Governor Mba leadership recruitment model of putting square pegs in square holes, noting that the governor's team of NSUBEB has revolutionized primary education in line with the governor's destructive innovations agenda. Presenting the award to NSUBEB chairman in his office in Enugu, the zonal chairman of the forum, Comrade Norbert Okolo, said, "We did a study of Universal Basic Education Board in Southeast and came up with what is needed in education management. Of all the board chairman, Enugu scored the highest in performance. This boils down to leadership, recruitment, and putting square pegs in square holes, as the governor did the end superb." You can pick a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper and read further on page 6. As Governor Mba approves 1.9 billion naira for payment of teachers' 4-year leave allowance in arrear. Aside these, also on page 6 of our Daily Independent newspaper, APP backs Oko Jumbo as Speaker of Rivers House of Assembly. As Rivers State political crisis deepens, an opposition party, the Action People's Party, APP, has thrown its weight behind the Honorable Victor Okojum led River State House of Assembly as the constitutionally recognized law making body for the oil-rich state. The party, which said Okojumbo action is irreversible, urged the lawmakers to continue to perform their legislative duties unhindered. APP, in a statement on Monday yesterday in Abuja, put by its Deputy National Publicity Secretary Emeka Uwaruke, endorsed the decision of the Honorable Victor Okojumbo, led the State Assembly to screen a commissioner nominee, Bar Emmanuel Frank. The party insisted that, the contrary to speculations in some quarters, the recent appeal court judgment did not void the declaration of the seat of the 27 pro-Wike lawmakers vacant. The 27 pro-Wike lawmakers, no longer member of the Rivers State House of Assembly, their seat remained vacant because the appeal court didn't decide on the validity of their legal document nor the declaration of their seat vacant. Can pick a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper and read further details on page 6. Okay, let me pick these also. This is on page 6 also of the Daily Independent newspaper. Rivers crisis. I'm not ungrateful. Governor Fubara clarifies. As a political crisis rages in Rivers State, the state governor, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, has clarified that he is not ungrateful person, insisting that he acknowledges and appreciates those who are instrumental to good gestures that had come his way. The governor stated that the demeanor was consequent upon his well-bred lifestyle and personality, adding that he has never contemplated throwing caution to the wind in handling the current political crisis that is bedwelling the state. Governor Fubara, according to a statement by his chief press secretary Nelson Shikundi, made the assertion when he hosted on courtesy visits the stakeholders of Equatorial ethnic nationality, including the leadership of Ogbako, Equatorial Cultural Organization Worldwide, the Supreme Council of Equatorial Traditional Rulers, Equatorial Women's Opinion and Youth Leaders, Government House in Port Harcourt on Monday. The leadership structure of Equatorial stakeholders led other paramount rulers, political leaders of thought, women and youth on the visit to recommit the people of the ethnic nationality to the sources of the administration. I beg your pardon. Governor Fubara stated that if he were ungrateful with bad character, as canvassed in some quarters, it would have been difficult to hide it for too long from everybody. He said, I want to also say this: Fubara is not an ungrateful person. If I were a bad person, you can't hide a character that is bad for more than 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, 8 years, even more than 8 years. For 16 years, if I was a bad person, everybody would have known. That's coming from Governor Fubara. You can pick up a copy of the Daily Independent newspaper and read further details on that. My time is running 9 minutes away from 10 a.m. Nigerian time. Don't touch the dial. I will be right back for the rest of the stories. Welcome back from that short commercial break. It is still newspaper review on Power365 FM. I'll be wrapping up with the story. The federal government on Monday rolled out measures to crash high food prices in the country. One of which is grant a 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities. Abubakar Kyari, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, unveiled the measures at a news conference in Abuja on Monday. He said the Economic Management Team (EMT), which is part of the Presidential Economic Coordination Council (PECC), constituted by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in March 2024, came up with the measures to crash high food prices in the country. Kyari stated that the EMT has been meeting day and night working out the best modalities to achieve the best result for Nigerians, saying that to ameliorate food inflation in the country caused by affordability and exacerbated by availability. The government had taken a raft of measures to be implemented over the next 180 days. One of the measures, he said, was granting a 150-day feature-free import windows for food commodities, saying these included the suspension of duties, tariff, and tax for the importation of certain food commodities through land and sea borders. The commodities said included maize and also ox brown. You can pick up a copy and read further details on page 29 of Daily Independent newspaper. Okay, before I leave, let me take the headlines again. Federal government. Okay, before I leave, let me take the headlines again. Federal government rules out mayors to crash high food prices. Restaurant grown first scarcity persists in Abuja, Lagos. I'm not ungrateful. Governor Fubara clarifies. Zenith Bank wins double reward at Award Finance 2024 award. Court adjourned El-Rufai suit against Kaduna Assembly till July 17. 2 deaths, 18 rescued in Jigawa brought Mashap. And also, Rivers Local Government Chairman Group L's Appeal Court judgment on tenure Helen Goshen. Oh, Soyinka at 90 finalists announced for WSICE essay competition. I missed that though. That's Wale Soyinka at 90. Finalists announced for WSICE for essay competition. On this note, I bid you farewell. Please have for yourself a productive and lovely day ahead. Once again, my name is Abida for Miracle Oluwadamila, ably representing Olamide. For now, I am out of the studio. Please stay out of trouble.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are the